Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jacqueline Lopez. Today I am very excited to finally share how to make these decorative cement bowls. I thought I had missed my chance back when the world went on pause. This was originally supposed to be a spring DIY. Very glad that the trend is picking back up on Instagram, so I thought it would be the perfect opportunity to share. Of course, I want to remind you to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell so that you are notified every time that I post a new video, but let's get into it. I'm going to quickly show you some of the supplies that I'm going to be using for this DIY. I'm going to talk more about them as I am using them. All of these items are items that most likely you already have at home or are very easily accessible at any Dollar Tree. Of course, the most important material is going to be your cement mix. The one I am using has little pebbles in it and is fast setting, so you do have to work fast with this one. I'm going to just measure any amount that I want. There is really no exact measurement, so I'm just scooping some up. I have it in this Ziploc bag just because it makes it easier to transport since it is kind of heavy. And again, like I said, you have to work fast. So first I am going to prep what is going to be my mold for my bowl. You are going to need two of them because you're going to have the bottom layer and then the top one that'll actually give it the indentation that will make it a bowl. So just make sure that you grease the inside and the outside of your bowls accordingly. Grease them really well. I know that sounds weird, but you do need something so that it comes off easily. It actually does come off easy off of plastic, but I do rather be safe than sorry. That way you can keep using the same containers and you don't end up wasting your cement mix as well. I'm using a plain old vegetable oil that I got from Dollar Tree that I'm going to use only for these DIYs. That's why you see me put the excess back in there. You're also going to need something to mix your cement mix. And now that I have my bowls all prepped, I'm just going to add some water to the cement mix. And again, this is fast setting, so you have to work fast. My first batch ended up drying up on me because I did the steps backwards. I mixed it, I set it aside, and then I started to prep my bowls. Now this is pretty foolproof. Just add your cement mix and then add water as needed until you get your desired consistency, which is kind of like it looks right now, which is kind of like a slurry, not too thick, not too watery. I want more mix, so I'm just going to add more of the dry cement and then I'm going to add a little bit more water. Now here I'm mixing it before adding more water so that you can see kind of what you don't want. You don't want it to look grainy and pebbly. You want it to, again, look kind of like a slurry. I hope that's a good way for you to understand what I mean about the texture that you want on it. Make sure that you keep mixing it. If you're going to set it aside, go back and mix some more so that it doesn't start to dry. Again, unfortunately, I had that happen to me. And now it's time to pour our cement mix into our mold. So just pour it in, and it's kind of like making a cake. You pour about 3/4 to halfway. Don't fill it up or else you're gonna make a mess. And then we are just going to put our second little bowl on top to give it the indentation. When you push it in, don't push it in all the way to the bottom. You still want to have a nice thick bottom base, and then use something heavy on top to weigh it down because it is still liquid, so it'll float back up top. I did have some leftover mix, but not quite enough, so I'm going to be adding to this already existing batch. I am very strategically adding the water first because I don't want it to start to harden on me. And if you notice that yours does start to dry out, just add water first to it and then go back and add more of the dry mix if needed. I did add a little bit extra water to this batch because I did know I had to go back and prep my bowls afterwards, but I did try to work as fast as possible. And at this point, it is just repeating the steps over again. You can make a lot of them with the one bag that cost me about $6. Now I did forget to do this on my first one, which was to let out the air bubbles. It's perfectly fine if you don't do it. It'll just maybe give you some air pockets at the bottom. I don't mind the look of the air bubbles, so it ended up working for me, but just keep that in mind when making your own. Now I'm just going to continue making more of these decorative bowls, because with this one about $6 bag you can make so many of them, and they are so fun and actually quite fast to make. I did want to share a quick little tip, since you do see me using all kitchen utensils. Most of these items I'm going to go right back to using in my kitchen, and that is because these items wash off very easily and it washes off all the way. I do, however, recommend washing them outside, so just take them outside and hose them off. Do not wash any of the cement mix inside your home in your kitchen sink, because you do not want any of this stuck in your pipes. Now this one here has already been drying for about 5 to 10 minutes, and this is a point where you want to remove your top mold so that it becomes easier to take out once it's fully dry. Now in this one I did want to try to make it into a little stand with feet, so I did take some of these Dollar Tree wood craft cubes and add them up top so that they were little feet. You do, however, want to work much quicker than I did. These didn't end up working because my cement mix was already too dry. And also here I have another fail. This one I made too thin, so you do want it to have a nice thick top, kind of like this. It can be thinner. I think this is about as thin as you can go. Here are all the ones that I did. These have been drying for about 2 hours. However, I'm not going to take them out until about 5 to 6 hours. I want to make sure that it is fully dry. It's not going to crack or break on me. Sorry, I don't have the footage of me taking them out, but you basically just turn it over onto your hand so that you can catch it. Again, just to make sure that it doesn't break. And I'm going to continue making them because I absolutely love the way this turned out. As you can see, I already made some more. Some of them are going to be planters, others are going to be more decorative bowls and little plant stands. In fact, make sure that you are following me over on Instagram, because I am going to be making more cement DIYs. I'm actually going to be making a dupe to a fall product that a lot of people are loving, and I can't wait to share that with you. I also share a lot of home decor inspiration pictures and different DIYs. As always, I want to remind you to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell so that you are notified every time that I post a new video. Like, comment, and share my video. That really helps my channel to grow. Thank you so much for taking time to watch my video. I always have so much fun making these DIYs for you. Thank you, and you have a good rest of your day. Bye-bye.